Oh, yeah, ladies, this off the hook.
Old drama.
Every Wednesday and Thursday at 9 on BT.
Black Star Power.
I'm about to leave.
Tonight on O Drama.
When we get home and he comes home and these girls and stuff he tells me about, I said, what's our philosophy, son? He says, we don't love them hoes, mama.
Well, let me get on the side. Come on down here, Sylvia.
So it's like a cha-cha.
About being on TV, you can just go up and kiss somebody in the audience. What they gonna say? Oh my goodness, thank you so much. My name is Kim E. Whitley, and welcome to Drama. Hey, little Asian cutie, what's up? Oh my goodness, I'm gonna get security on your loud ass. Okay, today on Our Drama, we're talking about things your mama said when you were growing up. Now, whether it made sense or not, you know you listen. Okay? What about when your mama used to make you clean up the whole house? And you say, oh, mama, why I do everything? And she say, 'cause I'm the mama, and I pay the cost to be the boss. Well, mama, you must not have paid last month, 'cause all our stuff was outside, boss lady. And she said, oh, you got a smart-ass mouth. What about I slap the out of you? Imagine telling a child that. I guess you ain't never got to worry about being constipated, do you? What about when your mama would say, I only whoop you 'cause I love you? Well, why don't you let me get the belt and let's make this a 50-50 love? What about this one? This is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. Well, how come my ass only one sore? Okay, how about this one? I hate it when I used to ask for money. And your mama would say, you know money don't grow on trees, but obviously switches do. Abuser. And then there's that old Negro classic. I brought your ass in this world. There we go. Now, whatever she said, you know that was the law, right? And of course, it was done with love. So, to all them mamas, keep on saying them country ass sayings. Y'all ready for this mama drama? Yeah! All right then. You know it. That was good. Yes, you're a groupie. All right, let's do this then.
Well, darling, I can't wear a dress. If the pants fit, wear them.
That's why I'm running this. That's why I'm running this. Y'all sit your ass down.
Mommy. Tell me what to
That's
do.
a little girl. This is my women.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm going to get a drink now because you really upset me. Look.
Look at, she just want to show her butt.
I just really wanted to walk.
Well, if you gonna get a drink, I'm gonna get a drink.
Well, there's only one glass. If you gonna get a drink.
Can I ask you something?
What?
Ain't no bartender.
Ain't no bartender.
Y'all know we got budget cuts. Ain't no bartender. You know this BET.
All
So
right.
I guess I'm gonna go around and serve everybody up.
Well, there's only one glass out. Sean, you put one glass out.
I was the only one about to drink, and now everybody wants a drink.
What is that about? And you're blocking me. You're
You know what?
blocking me.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
Y'all, we got us a little bar bartender. I was just joking, y'all. Shoot, we done moved up in the world. You know how it is. We did get bought. Oh, everybody, please give it up to my personal bartender.
That's my personal bartender, NBA star.
That's because you gave him your number last show.
Bring him out.
You know what? Bring out Cedric Sabalas.
First of all, how you doing?
Wait a minute. Why is she only one with glass?
I don't know. I wasn't bartending. I just got on. I just clocked in. I was a little late, so, you know, I just
You
got
ain't set
here.
your bar up, baby.
I ain't never seen no
guys are such haters.
So I get a lot of tips.
Y'all look here.
No wonder you wore this dress today.
And what about you?
Well, you know I'm married.
And you sprayed.
But you're still trying to look sexy, and you're married.
I don't
That's
have
the
to
whole
try,
point.
I do.
That's the whole point. You're married.
Well, y'all, tonight's show is off the hinges. Of course, we already started off with this big old black stud. Oh, okay, sorry. Focus. We've got...
What did you do to you?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
You know what? I'm taking my drink, and I'm going over here.
I lost my voice. We've got some of the funniest people from the world of TV, film, and radio, and obviously the court. First, the outrageous Tommy Davidson is with us. My girl, the very funny Hope Flood is in the house. The Too Funny Earthquake is here, and from the Tom Jordan Morning Show, soap opera, It's Your World, Marita Shelby is here, so don't go away. We'll be right back. Oh, let me get on the side. Come on down here, sis.
So it's like a cha-cha.
Welcome back. Now, according to our guests, there are things a true diva does. I gotta read from the book here. Number one, a true diva never sits on public toilets.
Yeah.
It's better to squat. Precious skin is safer at least 6 inches away from the latrine. You want to read one?
I got one. This was my favorite. True diva detest waiting in line. VIP should be accommodated with urgency. I can relate to that.
Here to tell us more about the nature of a true diva is radio personality and the author of The Nature of a True Diva. Please welcome Marita Shelby. The
a
fourth
true
host.
diva keeps that body working, baby.
Yes, girl.
She wears
5 minutes.
She gets lipo.
There you go.
It's adorable. What made you come up with this idea? This is adorable.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And first of all, congratulations to you all. Because in my book, a true diva is not afraid to compliment another diva. So I'm spreading diva love. And for you all, I have to just bow.
Oh, thank you. And we bow in return. And we accept.
As well you should. The Nature of a True Diva was inspired, I was inspired to do it when I read the book Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice, Dennis Kimbrough and Napoleon Hill. The book talks about the diamonds in your own backyard, being an actress and entertainer and being in a business where your validation comes from outside of you, from people who accept you, you know, who say, yes, you can have this job, you make all this money, and then your life is set. Well, instead of just simply being on a quest for things outside of you, the book talks about the diamonds in your own backyard. For most every person, there's something that you do, something that you have, some gift that you possess that you're not even thinking about that may be a source of wealth and empowerment for you. These diva sayings, you know, I don't wake up in the morning going, oh, Miss Diva Girl, oh, wake up, girl, ooh, let's go have a diva day, woo, woo. But every time I would say something like, well, you know, a true diva, even if she's late, she arrives on cue, somebody would start laughing. So I say, you know, I'm going to put all these in a book. And I did. And at the time I wrote that book, which was 7 years ago, most of the writings for black women was all so serious. And I said, is there anything, you know, can we laugh? Can we shop? Can we breathe and just be? And I wanted to celebrate all women, not just the ones you see
Girl,
on
you should go ahead and
TV.
put that in the poem. Can we breathe, breathe, breathe?
A true diva always donates her unseasonal fashions to those who are less fortunate. Besides, it creates new closet space.
And I do that all the time.
Absolutely.
I laughed because I was like, oop, I do that.
Well, you know,
I keep everything.
right, really, it's like, oh, I'm going to go give to the less fortunate. No, you want to go shopping.
Right.
And in the meantime, but while I'm here, can we ask the audience if there are any true divas in the audience?
Girl, you can do anything you want. This whole drama.
Are there divas in the house? I want to hear from the divas.
That's one.
Okay.
Now, you know what? The word diva sometimes has a negative attachment to it. And so why are divas misunderstood? Why does that happen?
You know, it does have a negative attachment. I was even discouraged to write this book a few years ago because everything that, you know, this person I was talking to heard about divas was bad, and that was so sad to me because I see beautiful, divine, shining, special women everywhere, and I'm out to give divas a good name, one diva at a time. Now, there are some divas who have a little more drama.
No, you was even giving bad names. Which divas are
Oh, we'll see. No, I'm not going out like that. But you know who they are because they leave
Please
a funk
do.
in the room. They look fabulous, but you have to open a window after all that, you know. So I'm spreading diva love because without the divine, there is no diva. My next book I'm working on is Divine, Inspired, Victorious, and Anointed. And it really is a love thing. It's okay for us to think highly of who we are, but you don't have to look down on somebody else to do that.
Amen.
One thing every true diva needs is a DDT. What's the DDT?
What's a DDT?
You need a diva's dream team, and my dream team is here. And I wouldn't be sitting here without my diva's dream team. And that is Janice Williams, who is my goals coach and friend and confidant throughout all this. She's talented as a comedian and an event planner in her own right. And the cover, as you see, it's not just one type of woman. And the woman who brought this cover to life is here. She is an awesome artist. You better get her work, you know, while you can still afford it, because she's blowing up. Lavita Walton Wright.
Is that her right there?
That's her.
I just blew your book up, your little cover. That means I get a piece of free artwork. Appreciate it. Leave that.
Mail it.
That was a diva move.
That's all right. That's all right. It's a diva's love move.
diva
That's
like
all
free
right.
stuff.
Great, great. That's gratis
Very
for a
good.
diva.
Except the girl, that supposed to be the big girl. She ain't big enough.
That's supposed to be the big girl?
That supposed to be the big girl.
Oh, child.
Come on, child. Her arms ain't even flapping.
And her breasts, we actually did. We talked about that at length because, I mean, seriously, when I go overseas, you know, a lot of the stigma that American women have about size and about looks, it's not over, you know, across the waters. And it's not about your dress size. You know, if you were born with a certain size or certain hue or certain whatever, that's great. But there really is a serious message of unification here. It's about all the fancy and flashy stuff, but it's on the inside.
Well, how can we enhance the diva in us? I mean, people who don't know that they're a diva yet, what do they tap in their own personal self? How do they become?
Do they just wake up in the morning and look in the mirror, just start talking to themselves?
Well, you know what? The mind is the strongest. It is really the most powerful muscle that we have. And you have to talk to yourself. You got to do diva talk to yourself.
No.
And
I
truly...
got a stronger one.
Oh, all righty then. But you have to start with your own personal acceptance of who you are. That means you may have to put down some of the magazines. If you don't see magazines that reflect you, it may mean you have to get rid of some friends.
You know, I did that.
You did?
Yeah.
I stopped buying the trades.
Oh.
I did.
Oh, really?
I stopped buying the trades a couple of years ago because they were depressing. I see it celebrating us and not putting down anybody else, but I saw people you didn't know or people who did one little thing get 3 movie picture deals. And I said, you know what, this is depressing. I'm not going to support it anymore, and I stopped.
Now, I'll
But
tell
it's
you
changed.
something else as for how this book came about. But yes, because I am an actress, I sat in my car after not getting this, you know, this major partner, realizing my future.
I got it. I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right. Okay, good. That's good, girl. I'm going to rent it. I'm going to rent it. My future was in that room. That room with those people, that group of people, to make a decision that, yes, we want to accept you. We want to be the ones to give you the stamp to change your life. Well, that didn't happen, but that was another awakening moment, because had I got the part, I might not be here. I might not have decided to self-publish this book. If there's a diva out there, whether you think you are or not, The Nature of a True Diva at hotmail.com. That's the email for the True Divas. And if you hit me up on that, I'll know you heard me on O-Drama. And we're going to just build you up one diva at a time.
Well, thank you for coming and being a diva as you are. Now, all you divas out there, be sure to log on to bet.com/O-Drama for tips on how to be even more fabulous. I'm going to log on. Up next, O-Drama is about to have a flood and a quake. Comedians Hope, Flood, and Earthquake is here, so don't miss it.
Comes home and these girls and stuff he tells me about, I said, what's our philosophy, son? He says, we don't love them hoes, mama.
He does not. He does.
She do tell her something.
Hey, ladies. How y'all doing?
Lisa, Vanessa, and Kim.
Yo, what up, old drama?
We love you. We love you. When I'm at home chilling, I sit down and I watch my ladies on O-Drama.
On Wednesdays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. on BT.
To having a flood or a quake, but I can't wait for these next two. Each has appeared on Comic View and Def Jam, as well as in comedy clubs around the
We've gone out of town. Say you've been away from each other for a while. And she said when that man comes in that door and that man sees, she said he does not jump your bones, just you know, ravishes you. She said, pretty much he ain't in love with you. I was like,
Well, as a teenager,
I don't know about that, though.
As a teenager, my mother had this saying. She'd always say, "A stiff bears no conscience."
Well, I agree with that.
She said that
What you think about that quake?
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
it all
About that
depends.
quake.
Hey,
Yeah, my mother was very
Man, my
real.
mother was behind.
No,
I'm upset.
When I started dating,
your mother would have told that, hey.
My mother was very, my
You'd
mother
been
did
out
not let
there.
me shave my legs. My mother did not let me plug my eyebrows. My eyebrows connected. That's until a few years ago.
Yeah, because
You look like L.B. Shaw.
Yes, my mother was exactly. I was like, hello, how you doing?
But your mother knew you was fine. She wanted to keep you
But
ugly.
one thing my mother did say was, at a very young age, I remember her grabbing me and brought me to a mirror, and she said, do not rely on what's on the outside. Educate yourself, because that's going to last forever.
Yeah.
A lot of moving speeches out here.
Well, I know your mother
What's your
had
mama
to give
say?
you a lot of advice.
Yeah,
Lord,
what you
Jesus.
mean,
But I
Lord?
think you didn't listen to it, though, did you?
Listen to my mother. That's why I'm here today.
What'd your mama tell you?
Get that money. Get that money. Huh? Oh, you had to pay some bills in my house. Hey, it costs. Be responsible.
what'd she say about religion or sex?
Oh, sex. She was like, look, you can't even afford to take care of yourself.
Oh, Lord.
So you better not bring in another one. So she already told me that part of it, but
hilarious.
she didn't tell me about, you know, different things I wouldn't want to know about, you know,
Like
different
what?
kind of stuff. Like female doctors, you know what I mean? She never told me there was that job was out there. I would have stayed in school for that job.
What, a gynecologist?
Oh, you would? If I knew that? Whew. Man, I would have got straight A's. Shoot, that's the perfect strip club.
Oh, Lord.
No, because
Oh, man,
pretty kitty
it ain't pretty, but I'll go ahead and put the music on. Go ahead, girl. Dr. Duba, yeah. You looking good today.
Do you have kids?
Yeah, I got two of them. Well, two of them mine. One of them don't look like me, so legally. No, my kids are like a bad spades hand. Two in the possible.
Are you giving them advice now?
Yeah, I give my daughter advice all the time.
Like what?
Oh, know about sex. Get an education, because you're a woman already, so that makes you a minority. If you're a black woman, that makes you a double minority. Yeah. And if you ain't educated, you an immigrant. So you an immigrant.
No, you know what, though?
You
It's so
are
funny.
an immigrant.
Because I was having lunch with some white mothers from my school the other day, and we were talking about schools because my daughter's going to secondary school, and I was trying to explain that to them, that my daughter has a different obstacles, and they couldn't, like, what? They couldn't understand. I said, she's black and she's female. So she's got to be good.
Thank you.
She's got to be better than good. So
Thank
you're right to give them that advice, because I give my daughter the same advice.
I have a 14-year-old son, and I just tell him, you know, I said, what's our philosophy? When he get home and he comes home and these girls and stuff he tells me about, I said, what's our philosophy, son? He says, we don't love them hoes, mama.
He does not. He does.
She do tell her son that. That's why she can't be.
Why do you call them hoes? Well, why not? I mean, I just want him to know. No, we had an incident. He had a girlfriend. And we went to her birthday party at Shakey's and stuff. My son bought her a little shirt for her birthday, but another boy bought her like a diamond pendant. So my son comes up to me and we talk regularly. You know, he's like, Mom, I'm about to get with this boy. He up on my girl. You know what I'm saying? I said, well, son, I said, let me tell you something. If I don't ever tell you anything else in life, you have to know that you can trust her. I said, your boys ain't nothing. Your best friend will push up on your girl.
Right.
Or you have to know that you can trust her. If you can't trust her, then she ain't the one. Don't worry about it.
So she said, don't worry about it.
Keep on.
And so we don't right back.
Don't let him guard you too.
And later in the show, the very, very funny Tommy Davidson. We'll be right back.
Baby, you fine.
What's up? This is Big Snoop Dogg, and I want y'all to join me with my 3 angels. Kim, Vanessa, and Jaleesa.
Y'all can see this is nothing but drama. They totally forget about the guests. Straight clowning.
That's your problem. That's why you ain't married.
For a brother that didn't finish high school and I got associates, a bachelor's, and a master's.
Oh, yeah, ladies, this off the hook.
Old drama.
Every Wednesday and Thursday at 9 on BT.
Black Star Power.
I'm about to leave.
Welcome back to Old Drama. We are here with Earthquake and Hope Flood talking about our mamas. Yes, advice, good advice, bad advice our mamas gave us. So what is some of the worst advice your mother gave you?
I was just saying at the break, my mother really didn't give me bad advice. My mother had been out there a long time. She had 2 kids at like 20, you know, so she was out there. So my mother told me a lot of good stuff, so I can't even really comment. I can't think of nothing right now.
She afraid of mama will get her.
I can't say my mother, but my daddy gave me some bad advice. He always gave me good advice, but I remember one time, my mom was like, why are you still bringing that up? I know that's what they're going to say. When I was buying a car, I bought a car living in D.C. I was buying a car. He said,
D.C.?
D.C. He said, you don't need no air conditioner. Save that option. I almost died. My father tried to kill me.
Yeah, D.C. You know, Quake from D.C.
It's hot there, slave.
My daddy was tripping.
I was going to say, my mama said, you know, I was a dancer as a young girl, so I needed to wear tights and leotards. So if it was that time of the month, you couldn't wear a pad. So I had to sneak and wear a tampon. My mother found it and said that meant I wasn't a virgin.
And beat your butt.
Beat me down with a big fat belt. And the belt actually went across my face and left me an imprint.
Well, we can't see it now, baby. I swear.
Child abuse.
They can't see it now.
I'm kidding.
She was just trying to keep you from the man that was ready for you.
You know, I'm with Hope. My mother, because she kind of grew up, you know, the rough way, so she had good advice. But she used to say some of the darndest things like, you don't believe fat meat's greasy, do you? What? You don't believe fat meat's greasy. Right. Meaning, you don't believe, like if your mother tells you to do something and, you know, being a kid, you don't do it, you don't listen. And you don't believe fat meat's greasy, do you?
You don't believe what it is, what it is.
Yeah. What it is going to happen to you or something like that.
She had 101 of those little sayings.
You probably took out your book like, okay, hold on.
What other sayings? What about you, Quake?
Oh, my mother said, just don't look at a woman's chest all day long.
That's good advice.
But I didn't listen to her. I didn't listen. I'm thirsty, baby. I'm thirsty. Feed me and Ethiopia.
Stop messing with Kim.
You'll kill a baby.
What about?
They're like, Mama, I'm full, Mama, you're killing the kid. Jesus, help me, Lord. You're going to be on trial for drowning
Kim, you
your
want me
baby.
to get him for you?
You done drowned your baby. Huh?
Were you breastfed?
Till I was 8.
I thought you were going to say, I'm still breastfeeding.
I'm like, Mom, I'm still hungry. I don't want no cheeseburger. Keep that grilled cheese.
You know what? Why don't we ask the audience, you all have any sayings that your mama used to say? Oh, you did it? Yeah, little white man. Go get the little white man. He got something.
Where? I can't
I want to hear with the white man. He right there with the green hat on.
I don't necessarily agree with what she said.
Hold on. I got the mic.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
My mom always told me you cannot fight City Hall and applied that to everything. But I found that's too much of a dormant attitude. You got to go out. You got to check the boundaries. If you don't check the boundaries, then you'll never know when you can get in when things look down against you.
Right, his mama was giving him like that political.
Yeah, well, you brother, you better know them down there.
Over here.
You're making me walk. I'm gonna come to you. You're making me walk all the way over here.
That's all. Nice
There was two pieces of advice that my mother gave me. One was that a wise man to change, but a fool never will. And the other one was that a wise man never give advice because a fool never listens.
Okay, I can get with that.
My mother used to say, if you make your bed hard, you'll have to roll over more often.
I know how to do that.
How did you find?
Well, you know, I need a new mattress.
Hi, my mom used to say that marriage is like a watermelon. You will never know if it's good or bad till you open it. So basically, you have to marry a man before you know if he's good or bad.
Oh, all right.
My mother told me when I got married, there was one secret to keeping my man at home. Feed him and him, he'll never leave.
I got that one down.
That is a role model. That is a role model. That's a role model. More women need. I need to stand up for her.
She left one out. She left something out.
Basically, I had the three
Master
F's.
oral sex.
Yes. Got. What? She said master oral sex. That is a god. I'll work 3 jobs for you, baby. Just give me enough food to eat.
Get your butt up.
Hey, man, that's...
Wait, we got some other questions, some other advice. Okay. Well, you know what, y'all? You know what?
What?
We'll be right back with some more of this.
Okay.
Bamboozled. Our next guest can bring a smile to your face and a tear to your eye. He's just that good. You know him as one of the stars of the groundbreaking series In Living Color, and he can now be heard as the voice of Oscar Proud on the Disney Channel's animated series, The Proud Family. Please welcome our friend, Mr. Funny Tommy Davidson.
You don't get all that kissing, all that, man.
What up, man? Good to see you, homie.
How you feel?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Tommy. Look this up, Ghetto Our Show is.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, that was my cell phone. Could somebody turn that off, please?
I think that was mine.
That was yours? Oh, I believe it.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Tommy.
Welcome.
Again, one of our favorite guests here.
This is like Sesame Street.
One of my favorites.
One of our favorite guests.
Sunny days, chasing the
Sun away.
Wait a second. Hey, man, I don't know that. I do not know that.
Nah, we ain't had no TV
You know what
when
I mean?
that came out, baby.
We ain't had no TV.
Oh, I hate when you do that. Now, you know what today's theme is on the show.
Yes.
Mother's advice.
Mama said.
And
I'll always love my mama, cause she's my baby girl. You only get one, you only get one, yeah. Hit it. I'll always love my mama. She brought me in this world. Okay.
Only one,
What was the question?
right there.
only one.
Right there.
Only one. Only one.
I'm gonna say it.
Only one.
I'm gonna say it.
One.
We can one. Make it two. We one. One. Bring it down. Let's go now.
We were going to ask you, was there some advice your mother gave you, good or bad?
I think the best thing my mother told me was get a job.
At what age did that come? Were you 30?
I was 14. I was about 14. I was hanging out on the street. Me and my buddies decided that we want to start taking stereos. You know, start climbing in people's windows and getting stereos and cameras, and we that was fun. You know, and she found stereos and cameras under my bed. She said, you know, unless you can take this back to these people who worked hard for these things, then you have to leave this house. And so I wasn't about to take them back. So I had to leave the house for a couple months and see how it was not being with her. Now, I went up to the store, corner store, always a corner store in the neighborhood, and she had walked, she had walked by me at the store and didn't say nothing to me. And I was like, oh man, it hurt me so bad, you know? And so I went back to her and I said, what is it that I need to do to be a part of this family again, to be back in the house? And she said, you need to get a job. She said, if you get a job, you can come back home. So I've been basically working since I was 14, 15.
Okay.
But that's interesting because you know, so Tommy,
That was moving, man.
I love you, Sealy.
You need to write a book, man.
You know our motivate me. This is no drama. Tommy, you know this is no drama. So basically, Tommy, you were a thief.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she said, if you don't get a job, your ass is gone.
Okay.
Now, was it different because your mother was Caucasian? I hate
Why
that
y'all say
word.
Caucasian? Why don't you say
White?
Because they wrote it on the card, fake voted politically correct. Your mama, you had a white mama. Was it different?
No, actually.
I thought my mama was white, so I mean, I understand.
Yeah, it was very different for me because it's just, you know, our society is split. Or even then in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s, our society was really split, black and white. So the only fact that made my mother different was the physical difference. But we lived in an all-black neighborhood.
It sounded like it
and
was
so my mother, you know, first of all, adopted me in the first place. She had to be hip in anyway. But her friends and the people that we were in contact with were people of all colors: Jamaican, Trinidadian, Panamanian, you know, Puerto Rican, Jewish, you know, and so we had all this diversity that we had, and my mother taught me some of the most important lessons when it comes to color, which was, hey, that's not important. So I got to learn that from her.
Okay.
You know, so that was one of the things that I learned that was really important.
Did she ever give you any bad advice?
Got a white mama too. We got a white mama too. This boy,
He's going to make me cry. He's going to make me cry.
This is the American way.
I'm going to make him cry.
That's right.
I'm going to make her cry.
Go ahead.
I'm going to make you cry.
Oh, now you're Puerto Rican. You're making fun of Puerto Rican?
No, I'm just saying.
You adopted. That's good.
Did your mother ever give you any bad advice?
Geez.
Knowingly or unknowingly?
I think unknowingly. I think unknowingly. I think she had the right. I think she had the right idea in mind. My mother was so determined for me to finish college, and she really wanted that. So when I started to get into the arts and I started moving into those directions, she was like, well, no, I don't know, because her mind was so set on me getting that diploma. But once she understood that I was in this to win this, and that I was committed to this 100%, she told me. She said, hey, if this is what you want, and this is, and you're going to remain responsible and remain growing internally, and this is something that you have good to put into this world, then cool. But she was like, but do it.
You know what?
But do it.
And it's interesting that you brought up education, because now, if I had a kid, and when I do, hopefully I'll get blessed with one, but if I need to give it...
Y'all move out the way.
Hey.
Y'all move out the way.
Hands or tails. Hands or tails. We got to flip. We got to flip. Put it on my credit card. Put it on my credit card.
Sit down, boy. Can I give my advice? I'm not ready yet, guys. I'm not ready, okay?
Well,
but I would say when it comes to going to college, When it comes to going to college, I wouldn't tell my kid to go straight, and I hope they don't hate me for this, but I wouldn't say go straight to college from high school because there's a lot of growing to do. And a lot of times you get this degree and not know what your real passion is in life. So I would tell them travel for a year, go overseas, or do, you know, explore the world, figure out what you really want to do. Then come back and go and educate yourself. That's my thing.
For mine, you going to school.
But then sometimes the only problem with that is it depends on the children. Every personality is different, but the only problem with that is sometimes if you stray away from a goal, you may never get back.
Right. Well, you have to find out what that goal is first.
Well, first educate, because in school being educated, you can also explore and experience a lot of different things to find out your passion.
So many people that have graduated,
and if are a little different
but
now.
if you stray sometimes, you never get a chance. Because with that 4-year period, there's so much you accomplish.
I think college is great. No, I feel everybody should experience that. But I feel personally, by the time I do have kids, I think the generation is going to be changed a lot more, and I just think they need to. For me,
we start right now.
Well, I mean, you know, college is not for everybody. That's number one. That's true. And we do a lot of colleges and stuff, and these kids are out there, and they're just running amok, basically, and wasting their parents' money, a lot of them, you know, whatever. So I agree with what you're saying, maybe take off the time, but it's not for everybody. There are people with degrees working at Burger King.